Here live.
Here we are.
Oh, you.
Bolt Bros midday live, by the way, while all the other games are going on. We're crazy. We're crazy.
We're making it happen. We're
No
making it
doubt.
happen.
No doubt.
So, got a lot to talk about. Chargers Jets. It's going to be exciting. We got a lot to talk about on this game, folks. So, guys, let's get into it.
I'm Deion Henley. You watching the Bolt Bros podcast? Let's do it!
Okay. All right. There we go.
Yeah.
Open
Let's
it up
go.
with some sound effects. I like it.
Yeah, let's go.
By the way, guys, check out our interview with Deion Henley as well. If you have not checked that out,
Awesome.
That was what a stud. What a cool guy. Amazing. He may be playing, right? Kind of sounds like K9 might be injured. So
Yeah.
we'll kind of see how that goes. So I'm curious.
All right.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, man. But yeah, it was super fun to be able to chat with Deion Henley, man. The guy is an absolute stud, super personable guy and everything. I mean, wish we had way more time to be able to throw out a lot more questions with him. But man, hopefully we'll have some more interviews coming up here soon. So, but yeah, shout out to Deion Henley, and he also loved our intro too, by the way. So
the Deion Henley intro as we like it. Yeah, so it's good
Yeah.
stuff, man. Well, okay. So again, guys, as always, we're going to go through some slides, throw out your questions. We'll get to them at some point, obviously, after we finish our slides here, but we just want to go through a few things. Obviously, injury report's kind of an issue. We got some people that are questionable, but pretty interesting. But the big one there is Palmer for sure, right? So, it's gonna suck to see him out. We're gonna talk more about that a little later on. But what are your thoughts here, James? I know you do the injury report on Friday, so what's your thoughts?
And I would assume that a lot of these would be probably all goes. I mean, if a lot of them do not happen, I mean, the whole Sebastian Joseph Day one is kind of an interesting one because, he's basically been out with an illness that kind of hit him on, I think, Friday and then led into Saturday. Questionable. Obviously,
Correct.
You hope that it's going to be a situation where he'd be ready for Monday. I didn't see him come onto the plane this morning when they were loading onto the plane. I mean, we'll see what happens there. But I'm hoping that he's going to be able to be healthy. I mean, now, obviously, I know we got some Otito Bonia news and Jalen Guyton news and everything, and we'll talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's one that kind of really gets me a little bit more nervous than anything on any of these questionable based players right now. So.
Yeah. So, and they got a few of their folks out as well. So, it'll be pretty interesting. So, we're going to talk more about the offense, defense as we go. But again, the big one is Josh Palmer. Here's actually the injury, I believe, when he got tackled. And it's such a bummer, man. Look, he's getting pantsed right there. Check that out. He's getting pantsed. I just noticed that.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, he's getting pantsed.
Oh, no.
Got to cinch him up a little more there, Palmer. Yikes. What's going on, buddy?
Come on now. Come on now.
Exactly. Like, wow, check that out. So, but that's a huge bummer, right? But, and so, guys, also, those of you watching this live and also watching it after the, later on, I've been doing some shorts on, plays and reviewing the plays. Let me know what you guys think of that. I'm thinking about doing a full breakdown of a couple plays as my final discussion around the game from Monday night. So what do you guys think of the videos that I've been doing, the shorts? And if you haven't checked them out, check them out. Let me know. Leave some comments down below or in the chat. I'd appreciate that. So, but general thoughts on Kellen Moore, James and Kyle, what's your thoughts?
Big thing about this game, we're going up against a very elite defense here. With Kellen Moore and what he did last week against the Bears, I think he just drew it up correctly, how to attack the Bears and how to get the playmakers involved. It's very encouraging. I mean, especially with the news of, Josh Palmer going on the IR. That's kind of a scary bit to now have a second receiver on our starters basically go down. But now this is Quentin Johnston time. Like Darius Davis, those are the guys that need to get involved. And last week, I really wish there was a little bit more Darius Davis involved. But Austin Eckler played like Austin Eckler should be played. Small, short, little routes, get the ball in his hands, allow him to make magic happen pretty much.
Yeah. Yep.
And, I think he did a phenomenal job last week. Obviously, you're going to say that after you have a blowout win. Pretty hard to be able to look at anything on that game that you could sit there and say was bad. It was the most complete game we had, offensively, defensively, and special teams. But yeah, I think right now Kellen Moore did great. We got to keep that momentum going. This reset has to keep going for us.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, the Bromigos was a lot of fun. Everyone seemed to really enjoy them. So
yeah.
So one thing I will say, I watched a lot of the offense. I was very impressed. Again, I've been watching a lot of film, the all 22 footage, and doing these little shorts and such. And man, the offense looks good. They really mixed it up. There was an interesting statistic. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Dan W on Twitter pulled it. And we posted it on. Here, let me see if I can pull this up real quick. And basically, there's the tale of two halves. The Chargers do well the first half. We're absolutely horrible the second half.
Yeah.
Let me show you this here. Here we go. Tale of two halves. Dan W post. Tale of two halves. First quarter, 6.9 points per game. Second quarter, 9.9, fourth in the league. Third quarter, 23rd. Whew.
Yeah.
In the second half, we are not producing, folks. That's just a problem, right? And so we've got to get better at that offensively. I don't understand where that's coming from. I know Kellen Moore talked a little bit about that. He said, it's a little hard to be, because sometimes like you're good the second half, you're bad the first half, yada, yada. And he's like, we just got to marry it up. But we've been terrible in the second half recently, which is scary. So
yeah.
Thoughts on
it? It's wild because I remember what I looked at when we hired Kellen Moore is what is the second half offense like, points per game, points per quarter, all that kind of stuff. He was always like a touchdown and over for every quarter. And for whatever reason, we just find a way to be able to kind of pump the brakes a little bit in the second half again with this team, even with Kellen Moore. I mean, I think we're now at 13 points in the last 4 games in the second half. I think I'm correct on that, but it's not good. We got to find a way to be able to get this offense rolling in the second half. You can't just let the first half dictate how the game's going to end. You need to find a way to get that second half rolling.
100%. Yeah. And
you got to finish those games, man. Yeah.
Nope.
Any thoughts on the offense? We're going to review the statistics here. So let's just kind of go through this. What's up, guys? Everyone just rolling in. Oh, got it. Okay. We got to change the title here. We'll change that title.
What did he say? Title says Bears. Whoops.
Yeah, you're clicking. Okay, there we go.
Oh, that's weird. That's funny.
Okay, we'll edit that real quick. So points per game. It's pretty interesting. Maybe you point out some thoughts here, James and Kyle. What you guys' thoughts? I mean, it's interesting how we've kind of flip flopped. Like, we're scoring a lot of points. They're obviously not scoring a lot of points. Their defense is kind of what keeps them in games. But our passing's great. They're horrible. Rushing we're right around the same. So, there's a lot to be said about who's going to win this game, right? It's going to really boil down to, I think, Herbert, quite frankly, too. But total offense, we're 7th or 29th. Third down conversions, we're 12th or 32nd. That's worse in the league, guys.
Bad.
That's bad. By the way, again, I'll talk more about the defense when we get to it. But, man, I think we could shut them down pretty solidly.
Yep.
Red zone scoring, we're way up there. There's 32nd in the league.
Yeah.
32nd in the league, dude. They're offensively are horrible.
Yeah, terrible.
Sacks allowed, just everything statistic wise, it's just an absolute mess. So it's like, oh my goodness.
And the one thing too, the sacks allowed per game for the Jets of recent, I want to say it was the last 3 or 4 games they've allowed over 4 sacks per game.
Yeah.
That's boding extremely well for Bosa, Thule, Mack, Morgan Fox to be able to just eat this game. The whole thing about this is that we just need to find a way to hold down their offense, make Zach Wilson beat us. not allow, anybody else on that team to be able to do anything. Just shut him down as much as you possibly can. The guy runs pretty frantically out there when he's, got the ball in his hands and everything like that. And, I did see an offensive breakdown of his game. I think it was Chase Daniels that kind of talked a little bit about it. Sometimes as he's saying, like, is the offense failing him or is it he basically failing the offense kind of thing? And, to some point, yeah, I mean, you could make bad throws and bad position of where the ball gets thrown to, and it really puts the wide receiver or receiver in the wrong position to try to catch the ball. So it is kind of one of those things that, is it really Zach Wilson? I'm going to say yes. That I don't think that he's really doing very well with the ball in his hands. I mean, I think we just got to get to Zach Wilson and make him make mistakes.
Yeah, and that's defense. So let's keep talking about the offense. I will say this, Zach Wilson also, they're basically built on, let's get our defense to make some stops and some turnovers. But basically they're like, Zach, don't turn the ball over. And he's been pretty good at that, but ultimately let's talk about the guy that we care about is Herbert. And, Herbert's been okay. He's been good. He's been a little up and down. I think his finger's still affecting him quite a bit as well too. But, again, not having Palmer out there is going to be a bit of a problem, but he's got Eckler. But this is his chart breakdown. Oh, actually, we could probably blow this up as well too. Here, hold on just a sec. Let me do that real quick. Make that a little easier for everybody to see. But, thoughts on Herbert, and then, what are your thoughts?
Kyle, what's your thoughts on Herbie? I'm going to throw this one to you.
Not a finger.
Not a.
That's
it. That's it.
Yeah, he ain't tripping about his finger. I don't think. I mean, sure, like he might be. It's probably going to be irritating, but he's going to be fine. On that. Look, I mean, he's doing a really good job at spreading the ball out around this year. It seems like. Look at that. So it's like, I mean, obviously a little bit more on the right side there. But he's had 2 touchdowns on the left side. So like honestly, like he's. I mean, the game plan that Kellen Moore has for him has vastly improved his ability. I mean, I don't know if we can probably look back at some of the other episodes where we talked about freaking Dumbardi. Basically it was literally one-sided. He would just throw it to one side the entire time. And it's like, what are you doing, man? Yeah. So, I feel like we're going to be able to kind of eat some lunch this time. They got Sauce Gardner. I think that they're going to kind of go against, they're not going to throw Sauce Gardner's way much at all, though. So
we'll talk more about that as well, too. But I think, the thing is that like he's done a good job of distributing the ball. And I think last week is probably the best week. He finally started looking at everybody. He wasn't just looking at Keenan Allen, right?
Yeah. Right.
Which is good.
Yeah. That was like, the first time most of the season, it seems like.
Correct.
Yeah.
And most likely he will have a brace on his finger. Most likely.
Yeah. He's getting close to that 6-week mark. So I think he was saying it was a 6-week injury. So he's getting close to that point. So I'm sure he will not have a glove. He'll just have basically a wrapped up middle finger, basically.
Yeah. Again, it's since it's fractured, it's going to take some time for it to be fully healed, right? So it does take a little bit of a while, to get it there 100%. Plus, he's got to feel comfortable landing on it, right? I mean, you remember, there's every time he's landing in a direction, he's not trying to put his arm down. He's trying to fall in such a way that it's not going to put additional pressure on it,
right?
But Eckler came correct last week. He did pretty solid. He can have a good game. You guys already talked about it. He can have a really good game this week. Jets aren't good at run defense, and I think we do well.
Yeah, exactly. They're not good against run defense. They're 31st in the league versus the run. So this is kind of that game where it could be a heavy 31st against the run. They're giving 180. Am I looking at this right? 184 yards. 144 yards per game right now on the ground. So that's where they're going to be able to eat. Like that's where Austin Eckler could eat. I think Joshua Kelly has the ability to eat. I think you might even see a little bit more of appearance of an Isaiah Spiller in this game. Like, in my opinion, if we're going to talk about one guy that we ended up adding to the team earlier in this week, I think he was really brought in for this game to really make sure this run game really goes. And so I think Austin Eckler, Joshua Kelly, I think Spiller could get very involved in this game too.
Yeah, well, and we're showing Allen here. I think the reason why Allen could, really be a non-factor is because they're probably going to put Sauce Gardner on him 100%, right? He's he's going to struggle. So everyone else has to step up and do, something. Like Herbert let me put it this way. He has to distribute the ball this game. That's the whole point. And we got Nick Van Nett. This is the guy we're talking about, right? He's our tight end. He took over McKitty's spot as well. But he's a pretty good blocking back. He's played in the league for 6 years, something like that.
Okay.
He's been in the league for a while, so he's a vet. It's crazy that we got a vet like that on our practice squad that we're able to pull up.
Yeah. So I'm very curious to see how he integrates. And the reason why I think they also did this is they're frustrated the running game is not working well. And Trey McKitty was supposed to be the blocking tight end, and he's really not that good. Again, I watched a lot of his footage, even from that Bears game, and man, he just didn't quite block correctly. Mm-hmm. So I think they think, well, we'll bring Nick Van up and, he'll at least help with the running game, might not do much in the passing game, but at least it gives, the coaching staff believes at least he's an upgrade from Trey McKitty. I guess that's my point, right? So that's where it stands, bringing him up at this moment.
Yeah, we utilize a lot of our tight ends for blockers for the run game pretty heavily. We motion them in. It was really cool. In the play that you even highlighted too was the Jordan McFadden as the fullback.
Yeah.
For that run. Man, Jordan McFadden moves for pretty good for a big dude.
He does.
Sure.
Yeah.
That guy definitely moves real well for a big dude. So, but yeah, that whole Nick Van Nett pick, bringing him up onto the squad, releasing Trey McKinney, I think it really was because we need to make sure we find a better tight end or more tight ends that could be better blockers for us. And 100%. That's one of his bread and butters to his game is Nick Van Nett is a very good blocker as a tight end.
Oh, Carl, you're killing me, dude. Come on.
Now. Yeah, no doubt.
Hey, come on now. Come on. I'm hungry.
Save some for me, bro. Shoot.
Yeah.
Come on now. Come on,
guys, Thunder Alley. You got to go say what's up to Carl. He's got the best ribs in Thunder Alley. Probably best ribs I've had in a long time. Yeah. Oh, here we go.
With the IE diehards. Yes.
IE diehards. That's right. Go. Yeah. You got to go say what's up to Carl for sure. So. Good to see you. Then also Quentin Johnston, right? I think he's set to have a big game. I know she's getting more reps, obviously, with Herbert, so that's a good thing. But man, we just got to see him more involved. Yep, exactly. QJ's got to step up as well. So, thoughts on QJ, Jim? And Kyle?
And the whole thing about QJ, it's encouraging that he got 5 catches last game. It's good to see. It makes you think because you think a lot of the other guys that came from the same draft. Addison, who's eating a lot in Minnesota right now. The guy from Ohio State, what's his dang name? I can't remember the guy that
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yep, Njigba. Yeah, exactly. He's doing fine up there too. You got also Zay Flowers, who's doing really well. You just got to think, man, like Quentin Johnston, I think just needs more and more reps. It's odd to me when you hear like Brandon Staley say he's looking better week to week versus like he should be eating right now at this point. And so, this is a game that's going to be big for him. It's going to be a big game for him.
It will be.
Would probably rely a lot on him, in my opinion.
Sure. Just look at our wide receiver room. It's been pretty stacked for a while. But however, Mike Williams went down early, but Palmer had stepped up in a huge way too, though, So it's like, let's compare. We can't say Quentin Johnson is a bust or anything like that because let's look at what Jackson Smith Njigba, like what is his wide receiver room looking like? What is Drake London's, wide receiver room looking like? What is Zay Flowers' wide receiver room? Are they it? Are they the only guys, really for it? So I don't know. Pretty
much they are. Yeah. And JSN is in a similar situation. He's got DK Metcalf. So he's getting some undue stress from people, right? And he'll be fine. He's just Keenan Allen is a veteran. Mike Williams is a veteran, right? And it's a different conversation.
Right. But
it's kind of like with Deion Henley, what we talked about with Deion,
right?
That you're already in a very established locker room with linebackers, just contribute when needed and continue to learn, right? So and that's partially where I think QJ is at.
Yeah, exactly. So this game he should have a lot more opportunity because he's the next man up behind Palmer. Well, but then maybe not though because Jalen Guyton's now in, so they might throw it his way still too. So
sure. Yeah. So, and again, guys, keep throwing your questions out as well too, right? We just got a few more slides, but keep tossing your questions out also. Yep. And then we talked about Guyton already.
Oh, then why we're going right into it. There we go.
Perfect segue.
Yep.
Yeah.
There we go. Yep. Boy, I feel like, are we in outer space? I love it. Yeah, but we got Jalen Guyton, so everyone's excited to see him back, which is exciting.
Yeah, and Jalen to me is one of those guys that it's a continuity-based receiver that Herbert likes to rely on, and he'll feel comfortable to throw the ball to him. And the big thing about Guyton, in my mind, I always imagine just that. I think it seemed like a 1,000-yard bomb during the Giants game. And I always just visualize that all the time with Jalen Guyton. He has the ability to break the ball or go long for the deepest passage you possibly. I couldn't say that. Break the balls.
Busting the balls.
Okay. Cool. I like it.
I was going to say break for the ball, but I was like, that sounds a little strange. I don't know.
Like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. But he's a very much a downfield threat for us. And I think there's been a little bit of lacking on that so far with this team. So it's good to be able to have Jalen Guyton back for this reason. So,
and the nice thing about stretching the field too, the nice thing about stretching the field too, it'll help the run game, which has struggled. And secondarily, it'll also give those underneath routes a little bit more open as well. So if you just kind of run goes, that would definitely help, so that's a big thing. So let's switch to defense. I know we got a few slides on this. It doesn't need to be a super long discussion, but defense played well against the Bears. Bears are actually already scored 14 points against the Saints. Yeah, so it's 14-14 Saints at the half. So, a lot of people are saying, oh, it's the Bears and they're whatever, but dude, Saints got a good defense, man. So I really think, we could be making a turn here.
NFL's week to week here, it's like it is. Just because a team is the worst in the NFL this year doesn't mean that they don't have a chance to win still,
Yep. Right.
Yeah, people tend to kind of think too highly of that kind of stuff,
Yeah. I'll give you one of my thoughts too. I watched again a lot of footage, and Brandon Staley, it seems like people are a little more aggressive, right? And they're playing more team defense. I will say this: the hustling looked a little better against the Bears. I think the games prior, we kind of like the perfect example that what was the running back for the Cowboys that snuck away and had that long 60-some yard play. Tony Pollard. Yeah. And Davis didn't tackle him and nobody really helped him out. That lost us the game, in my opinion, right? Yeah. Just largely. I mean, it was just one play that nobody was hustling. And it seemed like everyone's hustling a little more. And I think it's largely because of Staley, but and also Derek Ainsley has done a really good job of rallying the defense together and getting them to really, care about succeeding. I know that sounds a little weird to say, but they just seem lackluster, right? It was like, oh, we're just going to go through the motions, and now there's some fire. So I'm sure there's some thoughts on both of your sides on that.
Well, right. In the All-In episode, DA talked a little bit about that, just showing off certain players of them giving, Super Bowl-based effort, as I think is what he called it as.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
And, that's like the whole thing that I think that we've lacked a little bit on our team. If you go back to even the Niners early on in the season, of recent, the Niners haven't been doing very well, but a lot of their players on every single level get very active to make sure there's blockers and people very active blocking and just play till the whistle, basically. Yep. And sometimes I've always looked at that with the Chargers where I feel like there is a little bit lower of an effort versus, a defense, just like with the Tony Pollard play. There should have been some more defensive guys coming in there, just not hoping that, Michael Davis is going to get that tackle. Everybody should be swarming to the ball at that point.
Right.
And, if you sit back and wait and you hope for that one guy to be able to get the tackle, I mean, he's got a chance to get away, to break away a big old play, which he did. And that was a critical time of the game.
Huge.
So, and I do think, and I do hope that swagger is going to be coming back with this team. Going back to the 2007, 2006 Chargers-based teams, there was swagger all day for those teams. Like
swagger for days.
Swagger for days, my man.
Swagger for days.
Got that swag. Yeah, boy.
There we go. I like it.
So, I think that's one thing that really showed in that Bears game. How they have the whole dance committee now and all that too, the choreographic dance committee. Showing, hey, bottom line, have fun with this game, guys.
Yeah.
And just play to the whistle, in my opinion. I really hope, and you will need that in this game, in my opinion, especially for the defensive side of things.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, we're going to go through the stats here actually. But I know it's good to get Tito back. Have they confirmed whether he's coming back or not? I know he's healthy,
100%.
but is he traveling with the team?
Yeah,
we heard at this point.
He's active. He's with the team. He's on the squad. They basically dropped Christopher Hinton.
Oh, Hinton. That's right. Yep.
And then they put Palmer on IR. So that opened up 2 spots for both of them. So they're on the 53-man squad.
Man. So again, it's going to be crazy. So that's good. Yeah. He has been active. Good. Yeah. He just hasn't played. So I'm excited. They'll probably just put him in a rotation. Obviously, maybe give him a few snaps.
Yep.
The one thing that I will say that I've liked about this team this year is that they've done a good job of keeping snap counts on players, right? So even if like Palmer were out there, that he wouldn't be out there for every play, right? He's out there for a certain amount of plays. So it'll be good to see him get a few snaps in. But I'll tell you guys, look, the defensive line is looking nasty. And Bajan has ran a few times against the Saints. And the one thing that I'll say about the defensive line, especially in Brandon Staley's defense, it's really about just controlling your gaps and keeping the passer in the pocket, right? And so you have to be gap sound defense. And we've done a really good job of that. And that's why we're doing so well against the run right now, folks. And again, defensively, if we can just stop the run against the Jets, I think we'll be fine. Make Zach Wilson beat you. You said it perfectly, James. It just doesn't matter, man. Like, Zach Wilson's not going to beat you. He's just not. You just got to take him off the table and make sure they can't run the ball.
Yep. My game plan is stack the box. Stack the box, put as many bodies as you possibly can. Make it hard for them to run on us. Make Zach Wilson try to throw on us and beat us.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I like this. My game plan right here. HH4 just said it. Play 60 minutes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Stop just being a one-half team. Oh my God.
It's weird how we have been that way. And I just don't understand. Again, Kellen Moore's perplexed by it too. He talked about it specifically just yesterday. He's like, I have no idea. He's like, it's just horrible. I don't understand why we're struggling with it, but we are, and I don't know. It's weird.
And I will say and agree very heavily with HH4 on that, because this is a game you have to play 60 minutes because there's a good chance it could be some low scoring game, 3-point differential type situation. Late in the fourth, you got to play till the whole 60 minutes plus whatever it might be to be able to win this one. It could be a dogfight.
Yeah. And again, guys, keep throwing your questions out as well. This should be our last slide, and then we're going to go to all your questions. So again, throw your thoughts out. We're going to get to all of them. Defensively, 24th in the league. They're 8th. Again, their whole point is turnovers, takeaways, and sacks. That's what they want to do. Of course, they're really not that great in sacks. We're better in sacks than them. But points allowed, they're 18 points. We're giving up 24. I think if we could score 3 touchdowns and maybe a field goal, we'll be fine. I don't see Zach Wilson. I would love for us to get up and get a 14-point lead, and then they have to start throwing the ball. Because they have to start chasing, because that plays right into what Brandon Staley wants us to do defensively. So we can take the ball away. But passing defense, we're not good, guys. But they're almost the worst in the league in passing right now. But it seems like
who's going to perform the worst passing defense in the league or the worst passing offense in the league?
Yeah, right.
What is we going to see?
See, and I think it's so interesting how lopsided this was. I mean, think about this. I brought this up on my preview video on Thursday. I think it was passing defense. Again, guys, we were 4th or 5th in the league last year. The Jets are 5th against passing defense, and we were dead last in rushing. So we have literally flip-flopped.
Yep.
It's crazy.
We're 6th against the run now in the league.
Yeah.
What is going on here?
It's just really strange. But the good thing is I kind of think the passing defense is going to start coming more towards the middle. We'll start moving back up. But again, if we could be 250, life is good, right? But again, it only matters the week that you're playing, of course. But it's crazy. But I mean, total defense, 31st in the league. There's one team worse than us right now. So
crazy.
That's not good. Third down conversions, we're 13th. They're 19th. I mean, not a whole lot there. Red zone defense is okay. Theirs is way better, right? So that's a bit of a concern. And I think that's why a lot of people say the Jets are really good. The red zone defense has actually been great. So, but we have more sacks than them, so not a whole lot, it'll be very interesting. I really think it's going to boil down to if Herbo can score points, we'll be fine, right? Because we sure know they're not going to score a lot of points.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's right. That's right.
Herbo Turbo.
Herbo Turbo.
But wait, hang on a second. We gotta stop real quick because can we just make a comment about Andrew's referee outfit right here? What do you got going on here, man? Hey,
this is style, what is this? What you talking about? What's the style?
Hey, I thought you trying to bolt up from the flow up. What is this?
Hey, it's cashmere, dude. I know what you're talking about. It's cashmere right here.
Oh man, it looks like Chiefs wear. That's what it looks like, So like,
yeah. What you talking about? New hotness. No big deal.
Yeah.
But
anyways,
no, that's good. But again, yeah, Bolt Babes, we missed you last week. Yeah, and you said something about going to something today. Let us know where you guys are going to be. Maybe Kyle can link up with you. Sounds like they're doing something with Carl potentially. And we are not going to be at the. Well, actually, I'm not. James or Kyle, are you going to go to the Lions game?
Oh yeah, man! I got season tickets. Of course, I'm going to go there, man. Shoot, what are you talking about?
Sure you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
you'll be at the They asked us later on if we go to the Lions game. So James and I will not be at the Lions game, but you will be there, right, Kyle?
Yeah, I'll be up there. That's for sure.
Big game. That's a big game.
That's gonna be a huge game. Yeah.
But we are planning on being at the Ravens game as well. So we're also going to be there for that one.
Hopefully the Lions fans are going to be chill like the Bears fans were. That was a great game, man. That was fun.
Oh man, they were quiet. They didn't say nothing.
I would imagine they would be. It's not like the Lions have had a lot to cheer for in decades, basically. And
but they got a lot to cheer for this year because they're
this year. They can't be too cocky about it, though. They can't. Be too
I guess
cocky
not. Yeah.
Right? You haven't won a Super Bowl yet.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, neither have we.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
No, I think the Lions. They've never even been to the Super Bowl, right?
I don't think they've ever been to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, like they're like one of like 3 teams that have never even been.
Yeah.
Never even seen the big one.
Yep.
That sucks. That's hard.
Yep.
Definitely. And here's Aether's first thought. James, you want to reply to Aether on this one?
Yeah, key to the Chargers' victory on offense. Take shots downfield early. I know their secondary is good, but still, you can't be scared. You can't be scared. But, I mean, you probably will only take maybe 2 to 3 shots downfield in an entire game, especially during a game like this. You might even take less. Don't throw it to Sauce. Don't let him be kind of that guy that he is. Brandon Staley, I remember even in the draft, Brandon Staley was at his pro day and really, really spoke very highly and recently just spoke highly of Sauce Gardner. He respects his game very much, so I don't think he's going to end up throwing the ball at all towards his direction. So, you got to find those little chinks in the armor if you want to choose a deep ball. Who are you going to choose? Because their secondary is really good. So, we'll see.
And Allen's not really there for the deep ball for the most part. No. Like he does outs and he won't do goes, right? So that's where Guyton's going to be good and all the above. Yep. But yeah, I think Eckler could have a big game, and I think the tight ends could eat quite a bit. I think Parham will do well. If I had Parham on my fantasy, I would use Parham and maybe Everett. I think both those guys will do fairly well. So,
yep. Absolutely.
So again, Bolt Babes are going to be at the taco stand. So where is this taco stand?
Which taco stand? What are you talking about?
Yeah, there's like 20
taco stands.
Yeah, there's like all taco stands up there.
Yeah. So which one is that? Which one are you going to be at? O-line is trash. Thule Mac need to eat. Yeah, I agree.
We could easily have a pretty big sack game. And this is one that you can, with their O-line kind of beat up too, they could eat quite a bit. And I do think Zach Wilson holds the ball a little too long too.
He does. And the Chiefs won today. For us, that's all. I mean, at this point, boy, it's going to be tough for us to win the division, in my opinion, right? We're kind of fighting for a wild card spot for the most part. The Chiefs. Okay, think about this for a second, guys. I think the Chiefs are 5th in the league in offense. I think 5th in defense, something like that as well.
Yeah.
And so it's a little hard. They're playing great right now. We'll leave it at that, right? And they it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to catch those guys right now. So
the bigger part of that is that the Dolphins lost another game, and the way that I've always viewed the Dolphins, just kind of like what they did last year, they were kind of hot out the gate, then they lost 3, hot out the gate, and then they just kept losing. And I feel like as they get later in the season, when it starts to get a little bit colder weather, they just kind of can't figure things out for some reason. And they played out in Germany, which generally is a colder kind of country.
Yeah, sure.
I think it's going to be one of those things with the Dolphins where they're just going to start failing as it gets colder. When they were and I'm going to perfect example, when he played against the Chargers, when we were 6-6 or whatever it was 50 degrees or something like that, maybe 55 on the sidelines. They had heaters for the players out there.
Yeah.
I think their bodies just can't take it. The humidity from Miami and weather climate out there is totally different. Not saying that LA doesn't have good weather or anything like that, but 50-degree weather is like cold for them,
Yeah. Well, and they're injury prone as well, right? So I think Waddle was out for a little while. I think A-Chain's just back now. And so like in Tua, I mean, I hope he never gets another concussion, but that's a concern, So, there's a lot to discuss with them specifically. So, and again, Guyton being back is going to be huge. I think he'll be good. I'm very curious to see how they use him in motion with Davis. If they have Guyton running motion, Davis running motion, QJ running motion. Because I noticed we are doing a lot more pre-snap motion like the Dolphins do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good. I think it's been really good to see the Chargers kind of switch that up. So I'm very curious to see how that plays out with him.
Yep, absolutely. No, it's going to be fun to be able to see. I mean, what do you think, like having Davis and Guyton on the field at the same time and having 2 speed threats? Oof. Now, I'm not going to say Guyton's knee's at 100%. I mean, when you blow out your knee, you're generally going to lose a little speed. But at the same side, speed is pretty deadly. I mean, what if you did like a double, I don't know, what are those called? Like cross with each other, where it's basically you could hand off to each other. I guess in the back, my brain's not working right now.
A mesh
of some sort. I mean, we could really, really utilize our speed in a lot of different ways, and I think it'd be fun to be able to see that happen this game.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even just having like double verticals on them too, like could make the top empty for like a short middle pass or whatever to Keenan or something like that, so like it would open up the field a ton. So
yep, absolutely.
Yeah, and you're right, Bo Babes. Yeah, broken ribs ain't gonna didn't stop Herbert. Fingy ain't gonna stop him. Ain't no Fingy gonna stop him.
He's our new Iron Man, man. He's our Iron Man. He's our new
Iron Man.
Right?
Yeah. And again, that's right. Okay, so I guess this is Ather's bold prediction here. Zach will have a good game. Herbert will be great, and low scoring game. Chargers 41. Whoa,
great. Will not be a low scoring game.
41. Wow. Chargers Jets 24. Wow. Okay.
Dang.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, that defense ain't no joke. Hey, I don't think that's something to be able to think about. I mean, the thing is, though, they lost to the Chiefs only by 3 points. So
true.
I mean, it's not like they got blown up by any means.
Right.
The interesting thing about Allen, too, guys, I'll say this. His footwork is incredible, right? Everyone talks about him. And his ability, the reason why the footwork matters so much is it's so easy for him to get open. And you're right, original Wiz is in the slot. You have just so much more room to operate. You don't have the sideline. You got all kinds of different things you can do. And that's where he's so good and on the same page with Herbert. So I would suspect that he'll probably be running the slot a little more this game. You're probably right, because that would give him a little more room to operate against Sauce. I mean, assuming Sauce is just manned up on him, at least that's probably what I would do if I was him.
Right.
So I don't know. What are your thoughts on that as well?
Talking about Mahomes or talking about
Allen?
Herbert. Oh, Allen.
Yeah.
I mean, he's deadly. I remember years ago he talked about that he led the league in separation from the defender. I think it was like a 3-yard separation on average from the defender. And that was years ago. And it's not like he's missed a step by any means at this point, too.
Yeah.
He's a stud. He's an absolute stud. And if you throw him in a slot, I mean, going into this year, last year, I should say, Lombardi had him basically in the slot almost primarily. And I think it was like almost like 85% of the time or something like that. And Kellen Moore talked about like, well, I'm not going to just leave you in the slot. I'm going to utilize you in a lot more different ways. And, it's not like Keenan can't do the slot work. And I wouldn't be surprised if he does it this game too. Just give him the ball, give him the rock, let him make it happen.
Keep QJ on the outside as always, and then have Guyton run the seams down, down the edges or whatnot, and then have Darius getting more involved, man. By the way, Simi Fehoko looked pretty good as well too. I was kind of impressed with him. He did drop that one pass. It was on third down that we hit him right in the hand. Herbie ran out. Just, oh my God. I was like, bro, you got to catch that. You're in the NFL, dude. But I mean, that was like a 20-yard pass he could have had right there. I mean, it was huge. So, and you're right. Herbie has to trust QJ a little more. And so they'll get there.
They'll get there. I think this is a good game to be able to try to get that going. I think the Jets are probably going to find their way to try to blanket Allen as much as they possibly can and try to force everybody else to beat them. So,
see, the bull babes like my shirt, bro. What you talking about? Come on now. Come on. Hey, they like it.
Oh shoot! All right. I guess somebody appreciates it. Yeah.
You just got to get some style, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I am styling. I'm wearing our swag here.
I get you.
Yeah. Shoot.
Hey, Tom's calling you out, dude. We got to stop losing at Madden, dude. Come on now.
We're gonna put Kyle back in the penalty box if
don't want none of that, man.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Yeah, so it's about 4 weeks for Palmer is what it looks like, right? So if you get put on the IR, isn't it 4 weeks minimum? Correct.
4 weeks minimum. Yep.
Yeah.
And they have to stay on the IR. You can't activate them in the middle of those 4 weeks.
That's right.
Nope.
Yeah. So that's
I'll tell you, once again, man, Palmer got that knee injury and was hobbling off. Well, pogo sticking off of the field, one leg to go to the sideline. And it's cool to see a player like that because he even talked about it. He's like, I'm not letting my guys down. Like I'm going out there to play. And he's a legit receiver, man. And you know what? I'm excited to see Palmer continuously grow within this offense and this team. So I think he could be a phenomenal receiver for us.
Yeah. And I think the refs have improved a little bit as well too. I felt like the last game I thought the Chargers Bears game was well officiated. I don't think it was a problem. But yes, I really do feel like these officiating, man, they've been pretty frustrating to watch at times for sure. And yes, Willie, we got to score more. I think I also think like last week specifically, we weren't really trying to score anymore. I mean, we beat them down pretty solidly.
Yep.
A lot of runs, I just kind of think everyone's like, all right, let's go back in the locker room and get the dub and just get out of here with the win and no injuries, right? So, but that's still not championship football, right? All ass, no breaks. Get it going, So
wait, are you reading your dating profile again?
Yeah, that's my dating profile, bro.
Is that what it is? Oh,
yeah, that's right.
Man.
Yeah. There we go. KBN balling out in Baltimore, by the way. Yeah, good point. Yeah. Yeah, he looks good, man. He looks good. I always liked KBN. I was kind of annoyed that we didn't get him. We didn't sign him again. A little frustrated by that. But I understand why, right? Got to get younger. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I kind of feel like the Chargers can have a pretty explosive game. I kind of feel like we could score a lot of points. I mean, I think we win this game by 10 points, is my opinion. What's everyone's thoughts, score prediction wise? We haven't thrown that out yet. What's your thoughts in the chat? I think we win by 10. James, Kyle, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, there's a good chance that they could only probably score 10 points on us. I feel like that's probably a good number for us. Now, once again, we can't buy into their defense. I mean, that's the whole thing.
Sure.
The over-under for this game is 39.5.
Yep.
Do you think that there's going to be, once again, if you look at that, you think it's 2020 type game? Yeah, I mean, Chargers have the better offense, bottom line. It's just the thing is, though, if our offense buys into their defense and lets their defense get some fumbles, interceptions, and everything, that's where we will lose 100%. If we find a way to be able to get to them, we'll find a way to be able to score a ton more points on them. It's just we got to make Zach Wilson make mistakes, and that's really all it is. But I mean, I could say that both ways. I mean, that's the easy game plan for every single game. So, but under 40 points total is what this game is looking like right now. So that's why people are saying it's more of a low scoring base game.
Sure.
And Vegas always wins.
Remember?
Vegas always wins. They figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if we go back to the quick passes like we did against Minnesota, I think we'll do fairly well, right? Just get the ball out, get some yak, keep things kind of short, and then just do some attacking up top. Sack prediction? I don't know. I mean, Carl says 6. I don't know how many you guys think.
I'll say 4.5.
There you go. Half a sack. Okay.
Yeah. Nice. I like it.
How do you get half a sack? I'm confused.
2 guys meet at the same point.
Two guys hit it.
They split it even.
Yeah.
It's a participation award,
they both
you were there, so you get a little medal too.
Well, one person gets credited with the sack, though. But okay, well that's fine. That's fine. All right. So, Kyle, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, my prediction for the game, I feel like we're gonna do 24, and the Jets gonna be like 20 points or something like that. So but the problem is gonna be that the Jets are gonna have the ball at the end of the game, and they're gonna have a chance to get it down to get the win, to give us a heart attack, and also, but they ain't gonna win it. Yeah, ain't gonna try and make it happen though. So
they ain't gonna win. They ain't gonna win.
Yeah. So
I do think again, the nice thing is we got a lot of guys healthy, right? Bosa's back. Mac is looking good. Thule, guys, bro, that guy does a lot of cool things, man. He's got a great motor. It'd be interesting to see. A lot of people saying Kenneth Murray might not play, so it'd be interesting to see if Neiman and maybe Henley get some more play time this week.
Yeah. And
guys, Henley, man, he's got some speed. Nice size speed. I feel like he could do a good job. So
right.
And McDickhead, that guy was just such an idiot. Clearly, he just lost the locker room. I think that's what happened with him specifically.
I read an article this morning about that literally the players just jumped all over him in
seriously
training. Yeah. They literally were like yelling at that fool, like telling him he sucks, like doing whatever. They just exploded on the guy. And that's how he ended up getting fired. So the Raiders literally turned on them.
Yeah. Wow.
Man, they were gonna freaking rip his head off then, huh? Shoot.
Yeah. Hey. I mean, that's the locker room. I saw some video footage of like the locker room too, and they're like, Adams was there like playing basketball inside the locker room and like dunking on some fools, but they looked a lot more loose. Like I've heard McDaniels is just an absolute a-hole as like a coach. Like he's an absolute a-hole.
I've seen so many like stories on like Instagram or whatever like that, talking about how like any of those past Broncos players, like they like mentally block that time of their life, like how bad of a person he is.
Don't talk about it. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, he's kind of acting like Bill Belichick, and Bill Belichick was kind of a grumpy old dude, but but the guy's done it, right? He's won Super Bowls and stuff, and who's Josh McDickhead, right? Nobody cares, right? So, anyways,
well, and the whole thing about it is like how many coaches that have come from the Patriots. Now I know we're going a little bit off the rails there, but a lot of coaches that came from the Patriots, and what did they end up doing in the NFL as a head coach? So you go and say, Eric Mangini, Matt Patricia, McDaniels, Romeo, Joe Judge, Cornell. They all basically had a couple shots and they never made it happen at that point.
Right. Vrabel's probably like the only one that has been
only
somewhat successful,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Only one.
Yeah.
And who's this Big Willie we talking about here?
Oh, that's Big Willie. Like, that's the Bolt City Diehards one. So I guess the babes do know like a lot of people at Thunder Alley, but I don't, man.
Well, you got to say hi to us, babe. Seriously. So Kai will be there for the Lions game. I will be there for the Ravens game with Kyle, and then I don't think James is making it, but that'd be awesome if we were. So,
maybe.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love it if you can make it. That'd be great.
That'd be awesome.
We'll be the 3 Bromigos again.
Oh, and I would return my costume. What do you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Tito is back, by the way, Larry. So he is activated on the 53-man squad. So he should be playing this weekend.
That's right. And we'll be hanging out with the taco guy all the way. And the other bartender, Sam, we hang out there. Okay.
I don't know who Sam
Good.
is, but that sounds
Yeah,
good.
Sam.
I mean, I know Sam, Doc Lightning,
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
but yeah, okay. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Samwise Gamgee. Is that what we're
Yeah.
talking about here?
He's right.
Yeah. I don't think Sauce travels to the slot. Yeah,
No.
I think I'm pretty sure he's more on the outside.
Yep.
For sure. So if you good point, Originals. I think if you put Keenan in the slot, then you take that away from him 100%. But I do not think anyone's going to go out. I mean, then Sauce will probably be on like Q. So then Q's not going to get any looks, right? So that'll be an interesting little tit for tat there. Looking at that for sure.
Yep, for sure. That's definitely something to watch pretty heavily in this game. So yeah, and Tom, that's exactly it. Run defense sucks for the Jets. I mean, that's where I'm saying those double reverses, like I was talking about, finding ways to be able to utilize our running backs as heavy as we possibly can. If we just find a way to pace the game out, my biggest concern is we got to find a way based upon our offense and our trend. We got to find a way to score a lot in the first half and find a way to be able to, hold them in the second half. Because if our offense can't show up, we got to find a way to score a lot in the first half. If we don't score a lot in first half, I'm concerned at that point. So, the run game will be critical for us this game.
And it would be nice to see us blow them out too, right? Everyone respects the Jets defense. It would be awesome to see. I mean, I'd love it if we scored by, 14 points. We win by 14. Heck, I'd love it if we
if we had
back blowout
another,
games, that'd be great.
Another like that, just like the Bears, man, that'd be awesome. Heck yeah.
Yeah, well, I like that. Yeah, and again, why that'd be great is it would give us some respect, right? Some respect. You know what I mean? Some respect.
Right.
Respect. Like power it up, dude.
I like it. We getting powered
up, dude. Bolt up.
So maybe James take this question here from Aether. His bold prediction. Actually, I don't know if it's a question.
Yeah,
the ring, baby.
Prediction than anything.
Yeah.
So this is my season bold prediction, babies. I'm gonna throw that up, baby. Chargers will beat Jets. Lions, Packers defense will get it together. Bolts take off. Herbo will be Joe Flacco of 2013. Ravens take the bold. I probably take I don't know what that says. Raven takes the Super Bowl, gets the ring, baby. Joe Flacco after that game, I think he went into like McDonald's or something after he won the Super Bowl and got like a ton of McDonald's or something. It's kind of weird. I don't know, but
he was sponsored by McDonald's for that.
Exactly.
Probably, yeah,
this Super Bowl was sponsored by McDonald's.
Hey, so you just won the Super Bowl. Where are you gonna go? I'm going to McDonald's.
Like, wow, that sucks.
I think Andy Reid did the same thing too. He like went to Whataburger or something after.
Yeah, he went to Whataburger
and cheeseburgers.
Stupid.
Whataburger. Hey man, anything's possible. I mean, I talked a little with Aether about that, and there's a lot of teams out there that just found ways to creep into the playoffs and just got hot at the right time. I mean,
all matters. It's all matters.
The Giants of 2007, where they ended up getting to the Super Bowl, beating basically the undefeated, Patriots during that season. I mean, Andrew and I were in New York that season when they were just struggling hard, and we went and watched the Charger game out there.
Yep.
And we were cheering and hollering. I mean, Phillip Rivers threw a perfect dime to, I think, Vincent Jackson in the end zone to win that game late in the fourth, and people were throwing crap at us. And I think a New York bagel got thrown at me, probably something like that.
I got hit in the head with a bottle of water, dude. No joke.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me. Well, actually hit me in the back. I was like, damn.
Yeah. Dudes were heated. I think they were like 1-4 at that time, and it was like they were just down hard, down bad. And so, but guess what? They got in the playoffs. You got a ticket to the show. You never know. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's my saying.
Ticket to the show. You
never know.
That's right. All you need.
That's my online dating profile too.
Yep. Yep. You just need a chicken and a chance. I said chicken and a chance. Yeah.
Man, we're talking well today.
Oh my.
Yeah. So are you ripping on my shirt, Bolt Babes? That's not cool if you are, because I mean this is style. This is style, ladies.
Style, bro.
Style, bro. All right. So 2017 Chargers, 31-17 Chargers.
No, I think the bigger thing is, Andy, you just need to recognize sarcasm when you see it. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, there it is.
That's right. Okay. I got it. Yeah. So Willie, All right, so hey, we're gonna blow him out, Big Willie. I like it.
Yeah,
Uh,
Big Willie's he's got the right mindset there. Let's go.
Yep. Charge 24. There you go. Raiders suck. Family, trust, respect. As
No
we
doubt.
already talked
No
about.
doubt.
Right all day long.
That savage button. Again, dude, like again, I watched a lot of footage and guys, my final thoughts video on the game, I'll probably do more footage reviews. So I'll pick up some footage and we'll kind of talk about some of the general plays. So I'll be doing that after the game for sure. But I don't think I saw this video.
Yeah, if you guys haven't noticed, so we've been put in the penalty box by YouTube, so we have to kind of change our little short form game a little bit. So like that's why Andrew's like he's actually doing more comments on all 22 footage. So
yeah, right.
Yeah,
we don't get in trouble showing that.
Yeah, we ain't getting in trouble with that one.
So odd though, right? So odd.
I don't know about this Merriman video. You guys see this?
No, I didn't see that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no, I've seen it. Yeah. It was on Instagram. It was floating around everywhere. It's pretty awesome. It was like a kind of like one of those charity call type things, like like the arms of an angel type thing. But then
really?
and it's like oh yeah, just every Raiders fan is struggling right now, so
okay.
just if you have a Raiders fan, just give them a hug, just let them know that everything's gonna be okay. Yeah,
dude.
Yeah,
Raider fans are fighting amongst each other, dude. I remember
they are.
the video sent to us. It was crazy.
Well, yeah. It was Captain Jack. He had a person come on to his show and was talking smack to him about not being a bigger Raiders fan than he is, and saying that he was yeah, come on down to the tailgate and we'll figure out who's the bigger fan, It's like what are you talking about, dude?
He wants to throw down, dude. What is going down here?
Jeez, that's terrible.
There you go. There you go.
Their
electric protection
fandom is going down the hill. That's amazing. I love it.
That's exactly it.
Andy, you jealous of Big Willie? Apparently so. He's married. I don't know who's Big Willie. I don't know who that is.
It's the guy in charge of the Bolt City Die Hard.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's Big Willie. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yes. If you'll have us, we'll be in Arizona for the. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, reach out to us. We're gonna be down there. Actually, no, we're gonna be in San Diego for Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah. We're all here in San Diego. Yep.
Okay. Cool. So, and Aether's got one last thought. And we can just wrap up this video. Anyone talk about the defense after tomorrow? I promise. They're going to be all over Goff bolts. Get 22 the Lions. Okay, cool. Went 31-13.
He's working ahead.
Yeah, he's thinking about the next game. Hey, Aether, you got to think about the team in front of us, man. Not the one next. Come on,
that's
now.
right.
Come on,
Andrew and I are in sales, and you worry about the sale in front of you, not what's ahead of you. Try to close that out. Close that game out. Close that sale. On to the next. Let's go.
That's right.
You got someone on the phone. You better close it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Larry, we'll be in San Diego. We'll be in Pacific Beach.
PB.
So we'll be up there. We'll be at our aunt's house up there, and so it'll be a great time. So Larry, hey, we'll be there for sure.
Reach out to us if you guys are going to be hanging. Yeah.
We'll be staying the night for one night, and then I don't know, maybe we could do some breakfast somewhere or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what we're planning this for the next day, Black Friday.
For sure. Yeah, but hit us up. We'd love to catch up with you guys. Okay, so I guess we can kind of do some final thoughts. I can go first if you guys want. I mean, look, I think watching the Bears game, it's nice. I really hope they take the momentum from that game on to the next, right? This game. I think that offensively, we're kind of building our identity, which is good. I feel like the running game is starting to. I know this sounds a little weird. You might be like, running game has sucked, but you watch the footage on that. We were close on a lot of plays, so some of those could have blown up, and they could have been huge. So I think they're finally getting the identity down. I think passing, we're going to be okay. We're going to be completely fine. I would like to see some quick hits, get the running game going, and really start distributing the ball. He's going to have to. Herbert's going to have to. Take away that safety blanket. Most likely, Allen, will have to be creative in getting himself open. But I'm excited. So I think we win by 10 points at least, guys. I really do. I think easily 10 points. What are you guys' thoughts?
Seems pretty good. You want to do your final thoughts, Kyle?
Yeah, sure. I don't know. This game, it's gonna be a tale of two teams here for sure. Like worst offense in the league, seemingly right now. Like against kind of like one of the close to worst defenses in the league seems like right now. So who's gonna show up and who's gonna perform better? But we did, like you saying, like we do have some positive momentum coming in from this Bears game. We do have the great reset. So we talked to Dayon Henley
Great
yesterday.
reset.
Yeah. or the beard reset, so
The
like we're gonna
beard
make sure that
reset.
Brandon stays shaven,
Yeah.
after that, like every single morning on the game days, he's gotta shave that beard, get that fresh look going, we're gonna make something happen then at that point. So I'm I mean I do expect a win for us, because
Good. You're not
like
gonna jinx us again.
no
Yeah,
man, hey,
exactly.
no, we're gonna
Yeah,
win.
no more jinxing us, bro.
The Madden simulation, that one we had an L on that one, so that one sucked, but I don't believe the Madden simulation, man. That's just it. It's just a simulation, baby. Yeah.
Hey, life is a simulation. We're all in the matrix right now. And by
That's
the
right.
way, what's the strange door? I don't know what that is.
I don't know,
must
but
be-
Tom just said something else too. The Pennant Club guaranteed
Club,
get
okay.
laid on Sunday. So
Oh,
what?
that must be a gentleman's club. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah. It
I
said
Googled it.
guaranteed.
Strange
Okay,
door did not
I'll
show
Google
up.
it real quick.
Oh,
I'll Google it.
don't Google that, James. What are you doing?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Strange door did not come up on the Google search. So I don't know, man. That sounds some
Interesting.
sketchy business there. Hence
Yeah.
the name Strange
Oh, no.
Door.
Well, no, Larry wants to go to TJ now, so he wants to get that.
Get that Hong Kong, dude.
Oh, hit that Hong Kong. Oh my
Hey.
goodness.
Oh man, I'll tell you this much. Like I wanted to go to TJ after the Jaguars lost. I was like,
Oh,
man, I just
boy.
wanted to go, just keep driving south and not come back. It was like, shoot.
The Pennant Bar.
Uh,
That's what I got here. Okay, the
yeah.
Pennant Bar. Okay,
So-
all right.
But
Okay.
yeah, basically, bottom line is like I feel like we're gonna win this in this game, and it's gonna come down to like the short game. I think is gonna be like the biggest factor for us. Running the ball, short passes to Eckler, short passes to QJ or something like that. That's what we need to do in order to win this game.
Yeah.
No doubt. Yeah, and for my final thoughts, it's all about just not buying into their defense. Let us play our game, make Zach Wilson make mistakes, get after him. Let the defense find a way to win this game for us too, because I think it's going to be kind of something like that where the defense is going to win the game both sides of the ball. So like if it's the Jets are going to win the game, it's because of their defense. I think, to be honest, I think our defense will step up pretty heavily in this game because I don't think their offense is nearly as good, obviously. But if our defense finds ways to be able to get after him, get some, fumble recoveries, I kind of feel like there's going to be a scoop and score in this game. I don't know why I feel that way.
Pick six,
So
something like that.
either which way, I think that's really the big key to this game. Our defense really needs to be the one that really steps up and just makes more opportunities for our offense to be able to get scores, or we get scores on defense. So I'm looking forward to this one. I'm excited. Even after that Dayon Henley interview that we had yesterday, there's people even in the chat comments are like, man, I'm hyped for the Monday Night Football game. Like this interview got me stoked. So if you guys haven't seen that video yet, go into our YouTube channel, check it out. Great interview with Dayon Henley. And man, let's go Bolts, dude. Let's stay stay bolted from head to toe. What was it? From the flow up?
Bolt
bolted
up from the flow up.
Yeah.
From the toes up to the floor. Wait, the what?
Stay
Bolt
bolted
up
from the
flow
flow
up.
up. There you go.
That's
There
right.
you go. That's right.
Jeez.
Hey, we'll get it right one of these days. We'll get it right
man,
one of these days.
you guys need to get a little bit more soul. You know what I'm saying?
I guess so. So the Bahia Mexican hole in the wall. Okay,
Man,
I'm
they're
not sure.
just throwing all kinds of freaking.
No, I like it, dude.
places
Hey,
at
I
us
need to
right
get
now.
a San Diego
Hey,
burrito, man. Get that carne asada,
Oh.
the California burrito, though.
man.
I'm down. I'm down.
for some burritos. Hey, in the chat before we leave, what's the best place for a burrito in San Diego?
That's right. Best
no
place for
doubt.
burrito.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah. I'm
Let's
sure
go.
everywhere's got good places.
Just here to
for
like the
burritos out there.
video. Oh, I love it. You better smash that like button. Better smash that
Oh
like
yeah,
button.
man, appreciate that, dude. Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh man. Yeah, that Eck phone was a bummer, dude. So cool. Yeah. Let us know
Bahia
Where's-
burritos, they're saying.
Okay, so that's it. Okay, so we'll have to look that up. Bahia.
go.
Okay, we'll have to look that up.
I'm ready.
Okay, we'll go check it out. We will give you guys a food review.
Bolt Bros food review.
Food review. Here we go.
That's right.
Burrito edition.
Bolt
Alrighty,
Bros
guys.
at Baja Burrito,
At Baja Burrito.
bitches.
Bahia.
Bahia.
Oh,
Alrighty, guys. Well, we are the Bolt Bros. We'll have to see you guys in the next one.
See you,
Yeah,
boys.
let's
Let's
go.
go.